The Indian Punjab has a monument in the village of Kup in Malakotla. This monument reminds me of a historic battle between Afghans and Punjabi Sikhs. Ahmad Shah Abdali had a decisive victory in this battle, but this victory also led to his downfall. This win united the Sikhs and took Punjab from the Afghans forever. How has this all happened? What history did with Ahmad Shah, as it did with Alexander 2000 years ago? What were Vada Galokara and Chota Galokara? Revolts and Sikhs attacks to hold Lahore, which irked the Afghan Durrani Empire. In 1761, Sada Jassa Singh Ahluwalia captured Lahore to rule it as Sultan-ul-Qam. Every commander sent by Afghan ruler Ahmad Shah Abdali to crush revolts in Punjab was badly routed by the Sikhs. Jahan Khan, Nuruddin Khan, and Khwaja Ubaid failed one by one. The Afghans also repeatedly lost Sialkot, Gujranwala, and Lahore. So, in February 1762, Ahmad Shah Abdali led a big army to attack Punjab to again include it in the Durrani Empire of Afghanistan. In Malakotla, Indian Punjab, the Afghans took over a Sikh army. Thousands of women and children were at the center of this Sikh army, and food and drinks were loaded on carts at the same place. The sudden and intense Havan attack hugely damaged the Sikh army. Most of the Sikhs were killed, and a small number of the rest encircled women and children in the center and fought. While saving the center, the Sikhs moved to Barnala, 40 kilometers from Malakotla. The outnumbered Afghans surrounded the few thousand Sikh fighters, and their escape became almost impossible. The Afghan fighters made back-to-back attacks to break the circle. Finally, all Sikhs were killed while fighting around the women and children. Ahmad Shah's army killed all Sikhs, women, children, and elderly people. They also took away a small number of slaves. The Sikh holy book Adi Granth, by Guru Gobind Singh, was also lost in the battle. Sikh historians say 10,000 to 30,000 Sikhs were killed in this battle, and the majority of them were women, children, and old people. The Afghans cut off the heads of the Sikhs, and in 50 carts, took them to Lahore. The Sikh nation remembers this tragedy as Vada Galokara, or the Great Holocaust, because earlier, the tragedy of Chota Galokara had happened. In that, the Mughal minister killed 10,000 Sikhs to avenge his brother's murder. 3,000 of them were beheaded in Lahore. Sikhs called it Chota Galokara, and at Abdali's hand, Vada Galokara. After Vada Galokara, the Afghan army headed towards Amritsar. Here, they desecrated the holy places of Sikhs. The Sikhs' holy site, Harmandir Sahib, now called the Golden Temple, was blown up. The sacred pond of the Sikhs was filled with debris. Then, animal blood and bowls were thrown into the pond. The arrested Sikhs were massacred, and minarets were built with their heads. The bloodbaths of Vada Galokara and Amritsar evinced the power of the Afghans, and at the same time, they factored in uniting the Sikhs. Now the Sikhs resolved to take revenge against Ahmad Shah Abdali at all costs. They devised such a war strategy that Afghans could never surround them again, also not to come face to face with the Afghans in a decisive battle, and that they would continue fighting only in guerrilla style. They will come into the open field only when they are sure of victory. Along with this, they also adopted another amazing strategy. They gave up the defense of the holy city Amritsar. They believed they should recapture this city in case their military power is intact, and continued killing of the Sikhs will make fighting the Afghans impossible. These two strategies of the Sikhs proved very effective. After Vada Galokara, Abdali could never inflict a decisive defeat on the Sikhs. Abdali had also tried to defeat the Sikhs in lead with Balot Kalatna Sikh Khan, and also got the help of the Pathans of Peshawar, but all efforts failed. The Sikhs and other people were sick from the Afghan attacks on Punjab and India. The powerful East India Company also turned against Ahmad Shah Abdali. Although previously the company wrote sympathetic letters to Ahmad Shah Abdali in 1766, when Ahmad Shah Abdali attacked Punjab again. Thousands of Afghans were killed by the Sikhs in guerrilla attacks. Ahmad Shah Abdali tried to advance to Delhi, but the Sikhs cut off his supply line. Ahmad Shah Abdali, who wanted to take back his land, reached a state where he had no money to meet the needs of his army. The Afghan soldiers, who had been unpaid for months, were loyal to Shah for the sake of booty. But their patience ran out, and 12,000 soldiers secretly slipped into Kabul. The army left with Ahmad Shah Abdali, who was also not certain to stay with him. Ahmad Shah Abdali himself had also lost courage. He failed to defeat his nasal cancer, so his health deteriorated. Now, fighting has become a Herculean task for them. It goes about Abdali that a brick hit him while destroying the Golden Temple, and the same nose wound turned into cancer. This legend of the Sikhs may be true or may be a myth, but the fact is that Ahmad Shah was facing all this in Punjab. In this view, they believe Punjab will be the graveyard of the Durrani Empire, so he made one last attempt. He followed the technique Alexander the Great used in Afghanistan 2,300 years ago. That was expediency instead of war. He gave big rewards to Sikh chiefs to befriend them. In that bid, he also made Sikh Sardar Imar Singh the ruler of Patiala. He sent fruits gifts to Sardar Lahana Singh of Bandi Mushal near Lahore. Lena Singh returned this gift, terming fruits a luxury of the kings, and for him, grain is the best food. With this reply, he sent grams to the Afghan king. All this signified his commitment to continue fighting Ahmad Shah. Lena Singh's witty answer and boldness impressed Ahmad Shah Abdali. He'd appointed Lena Singh as the ruler of the nearby areas of Lahore. But this symbolic step failed, as Lena Singh had defied the rule of Ahmad Shah. The fact is, it was too late for reconciliation. Most Sikhs liked to die fighting instead of accepting Ahmad Shah Abdali as ruler. They continued to attack Ahmad Shah Abdali's army. Ahmad Shah Abdali was left with the only option of returning to Afghanistan. He bade farewell to Punjab and returned to Afghanistan via Multan. Soon after, Sikhs spread all over Punjab and deposed Afghan governors. Ranjit Singh's grandfather, Chakrat Singh, captured the fort of Rohtas near Jhelum. Sardar Lena Singh, Bujar Singh, and Soba Singh, who had occupied Lahore in the past, and Bujar Killa Singh in Lahore, still stand after the name of them, returned and besieged Lahore. Governor Ubaidullah Khan fought the siege for 2 months, but finally surrendered. Thus, a fertile and rich Punjab was cut off from Afghanistan and gained independence. A pearl had slipped from the foundation of the Durrani Empire. Yet Ahmad Shah Abdali still considered Punjab a part of his kingdom. Old-aged and ill, he launched the 9th and last attack on Punjab in 1769. When Abdali entered Punjab via Peshawar, Sikhs were ready to face him. But it happened that no major battle took place. On reaching Gujarat, Ahmad Shah Abdali's health fell fast. In this background, a mutiny also brewed in the Afghan army. If they fought the Sikhs, defeat was certain. So Ahmad Shah Abdali submitted to the decision of time. He knew retrieving Punjab was impossible. So he went back and never returned. Despite losing Punjab, Ahmad Shah's hold on the Durrani Empire remained strong. Ahmad Shah Abdali's life was not only spent in wars and fights, he also hugely developed Afghanistan. During his reign, the capital, Kandahar, was rebuilt. This Kandahar also housed a robe, the Kalka Sharif of the Prophet of Islam. During Abdali's rule, a large number of non-Muslims also lived in Afghanistan. Among them were Hindus, Christians, and Jews. They lived peacefully in Afghanistan during Ahmad Shah Abdali's rule. In his day, Ahmad Shah Abdali made a decision that shocked his courtiers. Everyone thought the old man was deranged and was talking nonsense about his illness. After all, why make a decision that causes rifts in the kingdom? What was the decision? Why was the Durrani Empire destroyed after Ahmad Shah Abdali? How did Kabul become the capital of Afghanistan? Who was the last powerful king of the Durrani Empire? All this you will see in the next episode of the History of Afghanistan. The history of Afghanistan is also the history of this region, because the geography and loyalties here shifted very rapidly until World War II. You'll see the Afghan story from Alexander to the Taliban.